Alright guys, in this video I want to talk about a philosophy that really helped me take control of my life and start smashing my goals. Alright guys, in this video I want to talk about a philosophy that really helped me take control of my life and start smashing my goals. So, what is that philosophy? The philosophy that really helped me take control of my life and start smashing my goals, really get in the road and start heading in the right direction, a direction that I felt good with, a direction I felt happy with, was the philosophy of being proactive. Okay, so what does that mean to be proactive? Okay, so you've got two options, alright? People are either reactive or they're proactive. Okay, so to be reactive, what is proactive not? So not being proactive is being the person that goes out into the world and is a blamer and a complainer. Okay, so when you're a blamer and a complainer, you're literally reacting to what people say, you're reacting to the weather, you're reacting to the economy, you're reacting to absolutely everything, and all of these things lie outside of your circle of influence. They lie outside of your circle of concern. You cannot impact these things. Okay, but again, these are the things that take up all this mental space in our brains, all the things that people say about us, people's opinions, who said what, she said this, he said that. Again, it doesn't matter. If you're kind of stuck in that space, it's because you're being a reactive person. You're reacting to all of these external influences that you really, at the end of the day, have no control over. There's a great saying, I think it's if you can't do anything about it, accept it or change it. Or can you do something about it? If the answer is yes, change it. If you can't, don't worry about it. So that's kind of what kind of being a reactive person is all about. And then on the other hand, kind of the philosophy that really helped me take control of my life and really start living my best life, really, and start get my own business, start being able to travel, bought a house, things just really started looking up for me, was this philosophy of being proactive. And then I came across this philosophy in a book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And this is habit number 1. Habit number 1 is be proactive. You have to have this mindset of proactivity to really just actually believe that you can do it, that belief that this is actually possible, and if I put my mind to it, I can actually do this, I can achieve it. So it's like one person might complain about the weather, whereas another person, there's a great saying, it's like, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothes. So that's what I'm saying. So people in Ireland, the same crack all the time, oh the weather, the weather. But when other people just go out and buy a raincoat, they're proactive, they're ready for all situations. Some people blame the economy, while other people just worry about their work ethic and their commitment and what am I doing? It's like, where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way to kind of get the job done. So that's kind of one of these theories that I found has really helped me take control of my life and start to kind of live the kind of life that I wanted to live and the kind of life that I'm proud of. So I really just want to instill that onto you guys and just help you believe that you can do it too, but you gotta be thinking proactively. You gotta want your dreams more than anybody else. You gotta realize that the buck stops with you. You gotta stop blaming other people. You can't really control it other people. Like, listen, I'm really lucky. I've got a great team, but at the end of the day, the buck stops at me. I will never rely on anybody else more than I rely on myself. At the end of the day, I know I can do it all on my own if I needed to. And the team and all this kind of stuff, it's a bonus. And then that's how we accelerate and we go to the next level. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to take on all the responsibility. I'm willing to do all the work if I needed to. You got to be proactive. You got to want it more than anybody else. And again, but proactivity, it signifies action. You got to be taking action towards your goal. What are you doing? We all have these goals and these dreams, but what are you actually doing to manifest them, to make them a reality? There's this great saying that everything is created twice. It's created first in the mental realm and then it's created in the physical realm. Okay, but you gotta be proactive. Like when was the last time you wrote down your goals? Have you ever written down your goals? If I ask you, what are your top 3 goals right now? Could you tell me? If I ask you, what's your top 3 career goals? What are your top 3 relationship goals? What are your top 3 travel goals? What are your top 3 health goals or physical goals or fitness goals? Like, have you actually sat down and talked to them? Because we all kind of have these fuzzy ideas in our head, but have you actually put them down on paper and kind of put clarity in our goals? That's kind of one of the key things of being proactive. Is like you gotta sit down and you gotta do the work. Otherwise, it's just all fluffy talk and fluffy conversations with people. You really gotta want it more than anybody else wants it for you. Especially if any of you guys are members of Fighting Fit. We want you guys to be successful so much. Like, we would literally do within reason absolutely anything that we could do to help you reach your goal. But a lot of time it feels like we want it more than you do. Like, we're more excited about your goal than you are. And it's like it just shouldn't be like that. You got to be more excited about your goals than anybody else. It's not down to us. It has to be down to you. So I really just kind of really want to emphasize that kind of philosophy of being proactive instead of being a reactive person. You know, because so many people are, you just through the conversation that we have, you just tell that they're just so influenced by external circumstance. You just have no control over these external influences. So it really is just a waste of energy and willpower and motivation. You just really want to sit down with yourself, and then you got to think it through. You got to decide exactly what you want, and then you got to write it down, and then you got to reverse engineer. In that same book, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the second habit is begin with the end in mind, and the philosophy of that essentially involves. You visualize your funeral. Like some people can sound a little morbid, but that's something that we don't think about. We just push that to the back of our minds. The whole kind of concept of death and dying. And, you know, the reality is, like, everybody you love, including yourself, is going to die. You know, we don't think about that, because that's why I kind of get a little bit frustrated when people kind of talk about motivation and start on Monday, I'll start on Monday. It's like, fuck. It's like if you actually sat down and looked at this girl calendar, actually have it up, it's in the office in the gym, and it just shows you, it highlights how many weeks and how many years you have in your life. It's like, fucking hell, it's like, you don't like, if you're 35 right now, you really don't have that many more Mondays in your 30s. You know, and before you know, you'll be 50 or 60. And we all know, as we get older, kind of energy starts to decline. You just won't have that energy available to you anymore to kind of maybe do the things that you want to do and chase the goals that you want to chase, you know. So it really is about using the time that we have to chase our goals, to do the things that we know we should be doing. It's like we all know in the back of our minds. We all know that, like, everyone, you know, people kind of, we're always looking for that next thing. Even myself, I can be guilty of it as well. Like, we're looking for the new tools and tactics and systems, and, you know, on our Facebook and all, you know, these gizmos and gadgets. But at the end of the day, if you just done all the things you knew you should be doing, like, you would be so well off. You'd be so well ahead. But we don't do the things that we know we should do, and that's the real problem. You know, we're not being proactive. We're not taking the thoughts that we have in our mind. We're not putting them into action. Like, over the last couple of years, like, I remember back in the day, like, I was obese. Before I was unemployed, I was working at McDonald's for 2 years. You know, I dropped out of college twice, just feeling like shit. You sit down and start listening to motivational videos, like, kind of, again, being proactive, again, just not, because people, again, one thing with people's mind is, people think that there's just going to be positivity in there, and the default setting of the mind seems to be negativity. You know, we're just, because again, this whole survival mechanism, we're hypersensitive to the negative things, or to dangerous things, or to things that can negatively impact our life. So we're like hyper focused, hyper alert on them. But we got to be more solution oriented, because the tendency of the brain is to be a little neurotic, or kind of lean into the negative feelings. Just try and make proactivity a more consistent part of your life. You know, because it's easy to do it for a day. It's easy to do it for 2 days. You know, or ask yourself, like, what? Fair enough, maybe you had a good week this week. I'm not taking away, like, fair play, high five. You know what I mean? But what did you do last week? What did you do the week before? What did you do the week before that? What were you doing 6 months ago? You know what I mean? It's easy to sustain effort over a relatively short period of time, but it's hard to do it over a longer period of time. So the thing I really want to instill with you guys is, you know, be a proactive person. Stop being reactive. Stop allowing the things that you have absolutely no control over to have a major influence on your life. Take more responsibility. That's what being proactive is. It's like, what can I take responsibility for? You know, what can I be responsible for? And then you're being proactive. Whereas a lot of people tend to look to shirk as much responsibility as they can. They tend to you know, want to live the quiet life. But there's very little satisfaction in that. The more responsibility you take, the greater opportunities are. One of the worst things that can happen is an opportunity arises and you just don't have the skills, tools, or knowledge available to maximize or to capitalize on that opportunity, you know? So that's just kind of what I wanted to kind of jump on with today. Just the whole philosophy of being proactive. You know, being proactive is such a powerful tool. You know, just like that concept of, like, you know, stop complaining about the weather. Just buy a fucking coat. You know what I mean? Get a good rain jacket, and, you know, and it means then, it doesn't matter what the weather's like. You're fully equipped. You got the tools in the back and in the backpack. You got whatever you need to make shit happen and follow your dreams and goals. You know. So guys, if anybody needs any help or anything, again, feel free to shoot me, send me a message. Again, myself and the team really just want to help you guys reach your goals. Again, we were kind of looking to find as many win-win relationships as possible. When you guys win, we win. And again, we just would really genuinely love to see you be successful, to see you reach your goals. You know, we love fucking giving out high fives. We love great reviews. We love when people write us thank you cards and say, you know, thank you very much. You know, where I was 6 months ago versus where I am now, I'm a completely different person. You know, I'm happy. My energy levels are better. Everything's better because, you know, I took control of my life. I was proactive. You know, I'm on the road to where I want to be, to living the life that I want to live. You know, so that's it, guys. Any questions or anything like this, or if there's any videos in the future you want me to do, just please let me know. Leave it in the comments below, and then I will definitely get on that ASAP, guys. Other than that, have a great weekend, and I shall see you at Finding Fit or online.